Welcome to Speedy Walkthroughs, where we show just the important stuff for beating the game. For first time builds, this will look different to a normal walkthrough. It shows just the essentials, so you don't need to spend a long time watching this video. And today we're playing Conker's Bad Fur Day for the N64. We'll be getting all cash, which is considered 100% for this game. Now, I mentioned before we start, if you're unfamiliar with this game, it does have some mature themes in it, so just be aware of that coming in. Unlike other rare platformers, this is definitely an M-rated game. And before we start, if you find this video useful, consider subscribing to keep up to date. It helps out the channel a whole bunch, and I've got a new walkthrough out each week. Also, feel free to leave a comment if you have any other games you'd like to see me cover. Alright, so we're going to make a start on the game. This game's got a ton of cutscenes, so I'll skip past all those into the actual gameplay. At the start of the actual gameplay section, you're going to wake up here. You just want to walk around. Ignore that B button there for now. Yes, the walking is that slow. You can't really do anything to speed it up, but eventually you'll move faster in a second. After Birdie talks to you, just go onto this platform and hit B. He'll open up the gate for you, so just go onto the other platform and hit B. After this, we gain normal movement. So you can run around, you can jump with the A button. When you jump with the A button, then you can hit the A button again to do like a tail spin. And like what Conker's saying there, you can actually press Z then A to do a high jump. You get less distance with a high jump, but you get more height, so it's a bit of a trade-off there. Just tail spin your way all the way up here, and you'll see this statue here. After you talk to the statue, you've got to jump all the way back down. So just hit that switch first and jump down here. Basically, there's this key that's running away from you in here, and eventually you're going to have to hit B. After a while, it lets you press the B button. Just hit B to whack the key, and then use the key to open the door. Once you've done that, you can just jump back up onto this bridge, and you can press B to whack this guy. You'll get a cutscene, and he'll let you past. Jump up on this rock with Z, then A to high jump, and then press the B button here, and you'll be able to get through. And now we're into sort of the main area of the game. Alright, so as the game starts out, you want to go down here to this B. After you talk to the B, you're going to work your way up the hill. So just walking up here. And the people who stole the Beehive are just here, so you want to grab that and then start walking down the hill. Any grass or that yellow stuff will slow you down, so just try and follow the path to make sure these bee waspy things don't hit you. And as long as you keep to the path, then you should be fine and not slow down at all. After this cutscene, we'll get some cash and then just head across the bridge after that. We're going to have to pay some cash here, but we will get the cash back, and that's going to be a common theme with this game. You just get to keep all the cash, but sometimes you need a certain cash threshold to do certain things in the game. Now that you've paid that cash, you can sort of go into first person mode here and take care of all these bugs. And once you've hit all 4, that bit's done. After that, just head up the mountain where the bugs were, and you want to go into this doorway up here. Conker will pretty much tell you to go through the actual doorway itself, so we're going to go there. Alright, after the cutscene, we load into this area. So we're just going to head to the right first and see this guy who wants some cheese. Basically, we've got to feed him 3 bits of cheese. So after the cutscene, just head up this curving path here. Talk to this guy, he'll open the gate for you. And then you want to whack the cheese like we did with the key before and grab that and just bring it across. Try not to let these things hit you. Now if you drop too far with the cheese, you're going to be in trouble. You'll like drop the cheese. But towards the end of the path, you can basically drop off and you'll be fine. You won't lose the cheese if you drop off like there. So that's the second bit of cheese there that we're going to feed him. And then we just need one more bit. There we go. After the cutscene, these guys will let you up. So you want to go and hit that switch to open the door, grab the cash, and jump down into that door. You do take full damage in this game, so just watch out for that. Sometimes you can minimize the full damage by hovering just before you hit the ground, but it doesn't give you too much leeway, so just be careful. After this cutscene, you want to head over to where these guys are. Now this guy will chase you around. Basically what you want to do is force him to hit the hay rather than you. So just stand near the hay there and do what you need to do. Eventually you'll be able to get rid of all the hay bales, and that will send you on to the next bit. Alright, so you're going to get a big cutscene here, pull that switch and let the bee out, and then go out this door. When you come out here, you want to talk to the bee. Now after you've talked to him, you want to head down to the flower that he's talking about, so just go down to this flower here. After you've talked to the flower, you can go back and get the bees here. And with the bees, just bring them back to the flower. Basically, we're going to bring a whole bunch of bees to the flower. So that was our first lot of bees there. Next lot is sort of up here. You just want to jump up towards that wall. Now you don't need to bring back all the lots one by one. You can sort of grab all the bees at once and then just go. So I've just grabbed my second lot of bees there. I want to head around here for another lot of bees. And I'm basically just gradually coming back down there, grabbing our fourth lot of bees there. And then we should be good to head back to the flower now with all 4. Wait for the bees to come and then we get a... Alright, after the cutscene you want to bounce on the flower to get up to the cache here. And then after the cache just head off this way. You can jump on that guy. Now watch out for these bats as you go across. You can hit B to sort of attack the bats, but if you're quick enough jumping across you should be alright. You want to throw at this guy and he'll drop down. Then you can just jump down using that to avoid taking full damage. Alright, after that this guy will let you jump on him, so you want to take care of this guy. Just go around and keep ramming into him. It will take a few hits. And then you'll drop down into the underground here. Alright, this guy will be a robot now. So watch out for him. Pretty much what you want to do is let him fire the missile things into these pipes, and that'll make water come out. And then you want him to go into the water to get zapped. And then he would turn around and you hit the do not push button. I like to jump and then hit the B button to punch the do not push button. And then just do that, I think 3 times and you should be alright. So into the water, it'll spin around, do not push. And then you got the other bit here. Same process, into the water. Spins around, do not push. Next thing we have to do here is escape the rising water. So quickly go towards where it says exit and climb up the ladder. And then these B button things will let you throw knives at the cords. So hit all 3 of those so the water's not electrified anymore. B button here, we get a few more to hit. And then the water's going to rise up, hopefully it doesn't zap you. Jump on that guy who will throw you up to get the cache. And then we can head out of this area. Okay, so we're going to climb the ladder here. Just keep going up, try and dodge these guys. And out onto the diving board. When the light bulb comes up, you can hit B to open that thing up. Now, this has a couple of things in it. It's got the cache and also an extra life. That little hook there is where the extra life is, but since I haven't died yet in this footage, there won't be an extra life there. If you do have a conker tail there, do grab it because it's an extra life and they're always good to have. And once you're done with this, just head out towards this building and head inside. Alright, after that cutscene, we're going to head into this bit here and talk to this guy. It will tell you to go down there. So you press the B button to get through. First thing we're going to do is climb up, hover across and through this gap here and out into this area. Alright, once you gain control, you're just going to head left over here. This is going to be the prune juice dispenser. So run on this in the same direction that I was running. You'll dispense the prune juice. So a target appears, we got to head back down towards that target. Force the ball to run into the target. Okay, after the cutscene that thing appears, so you got to get the ball to run into that bit, ride the ball, and charge at the cow. The cow's going to drink the prune juice. Now after that, the cow heads into the middle there. So you've got to charge at the cow now. Basically at this point, rinse and repeat. So ball into the target, the cow comes out, you got to hit this bit with the ball, ride the ball, charge the cow drinks the prune juice, and then you charge the cow in the middle. You can keep charging the cow to get her across to the prune juice if you want. And then once in the middle, do that. Same thing once again, bull into the target, bull into this bit, ride the bull, charge the cow. And once the cow's in the middle, hit the cow, and the ball will fall through as well. Once you've done that, drop down the hole that the ball opened up and go to this B button here. This basically teaches you how to swim, this one. So with swimming, you can pretty much just hold down the B button and then point yourself whatever direction you want to go. Swim down here, you want to swim down into this bit and back up to get a bit of cash. Once you got that cash, you can swim back out the way you came, and then we'll head out this door. Now that we've done all that stuff in there, we get these dung balls. So we'll need to do 3 different things with these. First one is to go up this path and drop it onto this guy. And then after that cutscene, you want to go down here and slam that switch. After that cutscene, just head over to this side of the lake and go into the door. We've got these catfish here. So pretty much just swim towards the end of this river bit. There's an extra life behind that waterfall if you want it as well. And swim down into this gap before the other fish gets here. Alright, first thing I'm going to do after talking to that guy is just head up through this section. Climb up all the ropes. And then on the castle bit, just jump around until you can get the cash. There it is. Want to pull back down and pull that switch. And once we got that switch open, we can just head back down through the water section. And pretty much there are 3 cogs to get. So that's the first one. And then just swim back with it. Remember to press B to hit them. Once you've done that, back into the water. And then there's number 2 and number 3. So we'll bring it back. Back into the water for number 3. There it is. And we'll just bring this back and then that'll be this section pretty much done. Once you're ready, go into the middle section and run around so that it spins. And basically going to trap that other fish down there. After this cutscene, we'll head down back outside. So up through that bit. You'll notice the fish can't hurt you anymore, so go back and talk to the catfish, let them know. Alright, so swim back all the way up here. They're going to open up the hidden area for you by putting in the right password. Alright, once you get in here, there is a bit of money. So the money's going to run away. Pretty much what you need to do is spell the word open with these letters here. That will open up that path. Swim down through this bit. Now watch out for air. Any bubbles coming up like that will restore your air. So grab those when you see them. Swim all the way down here. I won't cut the footage or anything because it's important to see this one in full. It's very confusing. I only went up there for air just then, and we're going back up here and pulling this switch. Once we've done that, swim back up here, grab some air, and then down this bottom yellow one. Grab some more air from this bit and keep swimming up. Grabbing air when we can. And avoiding any of the mines here. Once you've done that, fall through this hole and we're going to come towards a boss fight. Alright, so you want to go here and have that drink, and then the controls for this bit can be really confusing. Basically, you got to hit all these guys. Press B to start your stream. Then you need to press the Z button to make it go further. So you basically just hold the Z button and aim around. So yeah, the controls there are really weird to get used to, but once you've got it, you'll move on to this next phase here. Alrighty, so we'll start the fight here. Basically, you'll want to jump onto those things and pull them down, and then get in with the brick, and basically just go around and repeat that over and over again. Once you got them 4 times, you should be done the fight. Alright, basically you'll get these to roll around now. Put the first one onto the switch and get the second one. Roll it down there to hit this guy. And that'll let you go through and get the cash. Once you got that, just head out the door. After this cutscene, you want to work your way back down the river. And these guys will get eaten on the way through. Once you're towards the end of the river, this guy will come towards the pier and you'll run away. And then basically you can jump onto him to get the cash up here. So pretty important you grab these bits of cash here. It's quite a lot. And we'll go back through. Once you've done that, just swim around here. Gonna go up onto this mountain and get another one of our balls and go up. You're gonna go up this path specifically. Try and dodge these guys as you go through. You can use those little cubbies to dodge them a bit better. Drop it onto this guy. Alright, after that cutscene, you want to climb all the way up towards the top. You can high jump up here to get some more cash. Once you've done that, you can go back down. Since all the stuff here is pretty sludgy, you tend not to take full damage in this little area of the game. Climb all the way back up with this one. And you want to push it through the mountain there. That'll open up the door down the bottom. Once you're ready, go through that door. Alright, basically what you got to do is feed this guy sweet corn now. So hit the sweet corn, bring it into the middle and throw it through. And you pretty much just repeat that process there. So when you're ready, hit this corn and throw it in. Alright, now that we've got that, we're actually going to start the boss fight here. So he'll sing a little song and throw these at you, basically, then you go onto the B button. So when he stops throwing, you can throw the toilet paper into his mouth. So he'll sing another verse, go back around here to this B button, wait for him to stop throwing and start singing, toilet paper in again. But then pop up in various places, wait till he starts singing and throw the paper. There we go, and on to the next section. Same thing here, basically just got to hit him 3 times now. So if you repeat that, you'll eventually win the boss fight. You'll crack that thing, so you got to run across. Once you're in here, you can grab that to flush him. Don't forget to grab the cash in here as well. And once you've done that, just head back out. Straight into here, you want to drop down that gut there. You can go around the long way if you're worried about the full damage there, and we'll get a cutscene. Okay, after the cutscene here, we'll spawn out in this section, so you can just swim down through this bit, try and avoid the saw blades, and back up through here. And climb this bit and climb the ladder. And talk to these guys. Alright, after the cutscene, we're coming out into this section. So basically go through this door, then the one at the back. Up here, we can get some money. And use the light bulb thing to get that thing down. Now after this cutscene, you can actually still pound it down further. So use that and that'll open up that little bit there. Grab this guy, roll him across. Try and dodge these guys on your way if you can. Rolling it straight through there. And down here to get rid of these guys. Once you've done that, head down through here, we'll get another cutscene. And you want to head down to this main section and go in the door to the right of it. That will open up for you. It's going to get us into this section with the egg here, and you can use that guy to flip yourself up onto the top. Hatch the egg, and this dinosaur will come out. Basically, you got to keep feeding the dinosaur people, so let him eat that guy. Now, try and keep the dinosaur close. Don't run off too quickly, otherwise you're going to lose the dinosaur if you do that. So just keep heading down here, but keep it close. And through the door there. Right, when you're ready, bring him across to this section. There's a platform that he needs to stand on. So pretty much you can hit that button up there to raise up this thing. Let the dinosaur stand on the platform. And try not to let him come off it. And then hit that other switch and you'll squish the dinosaur. Once you've squished the dinosaur, this guy will open up. Now go on this guy to let him fling you upwards because there's some cash to grab behind here. Now that we got that cash, we want to go up to its nostrils, go into each one and hit B, and you'll essentially make it sneeze. Once you've done that, you can actually walk in through the tongue. So it doesn't matter too much which way you go here, just work your way towards the back. And you find this guy. You can steal his outfit and then head back through here. And once you're out of here, we'll get a little cutscene. Basically, these guys will start following you around now. So as you're doing that, just work your way up this path. And through this bit here. Let them beat up all these guys. And once you've gotten rid of all of them, you'll be able to go inside. Alright, once we're in here, you want to go down here and roll this guy. This guy needs to roll all the way up here and onto that switch. Once we're in here, you want to drink that. And remember the controls with this, you hit B to start your stream and then Z to make it go further. So roll this guy into the gap there. And we're going to go over here. Now you can hit that switch on the wall to undrunken yourself essentially. So there we go, now we're back to normal. You're going to go down that hole that you push this guy through and push him along. Watch out for these people up the very top and hit that switch there. When you're ready, you want to drink again. And you want to hit this guy into the other hole now. So through there. Same with this guy. This guy I found pretty challenging. It might depend where he is when you start, but go through there. And we'll free berry. Once we're through here, you want to go through and get the cash. And head up here, talk to this guy. And we get a cutscene. Alright, cutscene's going to end here, and we'll get control again. Just head through this path. You're going to go down here without taking full damage, up through the tongue. Bring it all the way through here. And all the way across this bridge, and drop it onto where we hatched the dinosaur before. The lava will rise up now, we can hop across. Alright, we'll get a little cutscene. These guys will steal your cash. Go up through this door here and ride this thing. So what we're trying to do is catch up to each one. And we'll gradually get our cash back as we do that. Alright, when you've done that, you'll end up in an arena here. And you'll have to do some battling. So walk up to these guys and we'll see the dino. So let the dinosaur chase you for a bit and hit the B button. You'll eventually be able to ride the dinosaur and take care of these guys. Now I've found that you either need to double jump them, so 2 B buttons, or you need to jump them so they fall off the edge. Doing a single jump doesn't really seem to do what you need it to. Okay, get another cutscene here, and similar thing, you got to take care of these guys. So again, make sure you're mashing the B button a bit, otherwise you won't do what you need to. Okay, then this guy's going to join you in the arena for a second. So pretty much what you need to do is bite him in the front when he goes to swing his club, and then turn around and bite the back of him like that. And there we go. And that's this whole section done. Alright, you're going to go through this doorway that's opened up. Once you've done that, you'll get some cash and head through this door. That brings us pretty much out to where we started. More cash up there. And heading across this bit, we can drop back down there and go through this gap here. If we go through the exit here, we'll come back out in this section. And you'll notice the bees have stolen the hive again, so we're going to go back down to where that was from the start of the game. And talk to this person. And then we want to go up into the beehive area. So that's the same way we went before, just up the mountain here. We're going to go up into that bit, up into that one, and we get some cash. Once we got that, you can go back through those doors and drop down. And with this, we want to hop into this and take care of all the bees there. So eventually, once you've gotten rid of them all, it'll be like a break in the wave of bees there. So it takes a little while for that to happen. But when you get this cutscene, you can head out of the hive and grab it. And then basically just do what you did before. So they'll start trying to chase you down the mountain. Just keep walking, don't stop. Don't tread on any grass or yellow bits, otherwise they might slow you down. So take the path all the way around there. There we go. Now we get a cutscene here. Okay, so we get some money for doing that. We actually have enough money to go up this section. So with these worms, just jump around them. And talk to this guy. So you get to ride it on the barrel. You can take care of all the worms here. But as you get towards the bottom, you'll get a cutscene of the barrel flying out of control and opening that bit there. Then it goes to nighttime and you can go through that bit that the barrel just opened. So just through like this. Alright, once you're ready, take a right here through the watery bit. You want to head through this door. Hit that switch to open the gate. Talk to this guy. Now that we got that, we can take care of the zombies. So if you hold down the fire button for a bit, it'll come up with like a crosshair, and then when you let it go, it'll actually shoot. So you can do that to actually have some more aim on this thing. You got to get rid of 12 of these guys, and once you've done 12, a different cutscene will start. So just keep trying to go through like that. Work your way towards the end still, because we do need to go to the end of this at the end. You'll see I'm just waiting around for another wave of them, and then once I've done that, I should get a cutscene telling me to move on. There we go. So he's very happy, gotten rid of 12, so just head up through the door here. And we're going into like the spooky mansion area. So we get a big long cutscene here. Alright, basically we're going to be a bat now. So you can see you have a button to like poop essentially, and also a button to sonar. So you need a combination of those to catch these guys. Now the awkward thing is the controls almost like invert once you catch them. So you got to like pull back on the joystick to move forward when you're actually holding them, but you've got to pull forward on the joystick to go forward when you're not. Bat controls are very strange. Luckily it's only a short bit of the game. When you run out of people to get inside, you just want to go outside here and do the same thing. So bring them across here. Every 2 people you get, you'll get a cutscene. So there we go, take care of these guys. Once you've done that, this guy's over here. And if you ever run out in one section, just start exploring. There's heaps of people you can find. My last person was still in this library area, so I'm just going to go through and get them. There we go. And after this cutscene, we turn back into Conker. And basically what we got to do is escape, but we need a key to escape and we need to clear the path first. So head over here. You want to hit the B button and take care of these 4 enemies there. So make sure there's absolutely none left in that area. When you're ready, hop across here and do the same thing. So take care of these guys on your way through, then hit the B button and take care of these 3 guys. Once you got that, there's a key at the end. Now, if you try and fall down onto the ground, the key will disappear. So this is why I said clear off all the enemies before. You want a clear path as you're holding this key to get through. Any bats in this room will cause you big issues. Alright, so when you're ready, head down here, quickly do a 180, turn back down this hallway, and go towards the door. That's 1 key. Second one's just over here. So you can pretty much ignore those zombie guys. You can pretty much just outrun them whenever, so you don't really worry about it. Let's head up across here, and we want to grab this key. And through here, just past the hedge bit. Across the bridge there that we just opened up. And back towards the front door. Okay, we've opened up that ladder there, so now we're going to head back up here. Up the ladder here now. And we'll get that to open up a whole bunch more doors. Just head back across, there's a key there to grab, and you can bring it through those doors we just opened. So there we go. And that'll be the key for the end bit. Now these guys are still here, so we can go on the barrel there and ride it down. Basically just ride the barrel all the way down through this bit. And out this section. And you can ride it onto the water and up through this bit here. And that lets you get out. We got some cash on the way out, which is very nice. And you might notice the section we're in now, it's the start of the game. So head back out that door we did at the start of the game, and we get this cutscene here. Pretty much what that cutscene does is it opens up this next section. So just up here we can go through this door. You might want to high jump over the barbed wire. Okay, so now that we're in this bit, we got a bit to do. He's going to tell us the plan. Once you've done that, just push the box across here so it's at the end of the dirt patch. You're going to go towards the toilet here and knock on it. With this guy, we need to bring him out. So just push him and he'll slide down the ramp there. That's why we needed the silver box there so he didn't crash out. Just dodge everything on your way through here. Make sure the boxes don't crush him. And then he'll wait there. After we've done that, we can head back across. Just want to go towards this guy and up the ladder. Alright, after you talk to him, you want to swim through here. So the eel will chase you and go through these things. So you want to electrify those all up. And that turns on the light here and activates the B button. Then once you've done that, just heading up through here and use the B button to detonate that. Okay, now we're going to repeat the process. So in through here, we want to knock on the door. Person comes out. You want to push the person. Make them fall into the box. Walk them around this other side here now. Watch out for these spider things. Alright, once you've done that, he's going to sit there. Now the B button's still activated from before, so you can just go up the steps. And there we go. This guy will explode up now. Talk to this guy here, and he'll sort of hijack you. Alright, once you're in here, you want to walk up through this section, try and dodge all these shots here. Get a bit of a cutscene going through here. And when you're ready, you can hit the lock off there. Now these teddy bears will be recurring characters, so you got to take care of them. We need to actually get rid of a certain amount to open the door up here. There we go. Remember, you can crawl underneath these lasers here. And if you put away your arms, then you can move faster. So it is an option to slow down and kill the bears, or if you're quick enough, you can sort of get through without taking the damage. So it depends which strategy you want to go for there. When you're in the elevator, you want to come up and go through this next section. The bears will drop out of the roof, so just watch out for that. And these flames, there's no way past them really, aside from just waiting for them to stop. So don't attempt to make it through. You will take damage if you do that. So heading through here. Okay, we get this cutscene here. So pretty much just take care of as many as you can in this room. Once you've done enough, we want to go over to this other corner of the room here. And talk to this guy. Alright, it doesn't matter which switch you hit first. You have a upsetting outcome no matter which way. Now watch out for this guy as well. Basically, just go around the other side of him. Up here, you want to hit the B button to take care of him there. And then you get control of this, so you just want to basically shoot out a whole bunch of the bears. Make sure you get them from both sides. And we're coming through here. Alright, once you're through this door, we're into this next section here. And pretty much you got to try and take care of these guys so they don't get this one for you. Now he's going to be invincible to any sort of explosions or anything, so you got to use that as a shield. So in this section, all these explosions are going to come down here. Pretty much there, just use them to avoid any of those, particularly the spiders. So keep going back to get him because you can outrun him pretty easily, unfortunately. Let him take the shots from all the spiders. When you're ready, jump into the lake here, and you want to get all 4 of those little lock things there, and that'll open up the door. And then basically just head towards that door there now. Okay, once we're in here, we have the tank, so we can jump straight into that and open up this section. Now we're going to run all the way down here. Now the spiders will try and get you, just jump back across the pits when they come towards you. Pull that switch and the little ooze stuff rises. So with that ooze rising, we want to run back out here. Okay, when you're ready, go through here. You can stomp those to make a path for the tank. With the tank, you want to shoot out each of the legs here. So keep stomping these to make the path and keep taking care of the legs as you go through. There we go. And there's one more leg. And that leaves a hole in the ground that you can go through, and we're coming towards a boss fight here. So when you're in this middle section, these submarines will pop up. So talk to this person first. And we're going to go and get rid of the submarines. So go out onto the edges here, and you can hit the B button and then shoot out the submarines as they pop up. And then keep going around and doing that same thing. Okay, once we've done all of that, we can head back to the center and we get into a boss fight. Alright, so pretty much at the start of the boss fight, what you can do in the tank is to get rid of both those arm cannons. Shoot out the, well, I always think it's like Tiny Kong, looks the same. And then you can shoot the back of the thing. Pretty much repeat that for a few times. So arms, then Tiny Kong, and then the back. And then same thing with this next phase. There we go. Now once you've done that, that'll start a timer, so just go down this hole and dodge all the lasers. Anything like that, you can jump on the boxes and crawl through. That's a really good way to get through those. And with this bit, you do have to take care of a certain amount of teddies to get through. When they're back on the beach, you just want to head out through the same way we came before. And then when you come back on the boat, alright, once you land off the boat, we can head back up the steps here and head out. And we're coming towards the last section of the game. So basically, you notice the windmill has blown up, so you just want to head up here and go down into where that was. Alright, down into there, and that brings us to the final section of the game. Alright, after a few cutscenes, we'll end up in the bank. So wait till these guards come out, and then hit the B button, and then you'll go into slow motion. You can take care of them like that. Once you get rid of all of them, we'll be able to move on to the next section, and pretty much just repeat that. I think you have to do it like 3 times. And then go to the front poles. So yeah, just keep on with that process. You'll eventually make it to the front. And then that brings us to the final boss. Basically, just want to go out through the bank vault here. You'll get a whole bunch of cash. And then we start up with the final boss fight. Right after a whole bunch of cutscenes, we just got to pull the switch right in front of us when we gain control. That'll open up this chute here. And we want to go into this thing. Pretty much this is going to be the Bowser fight from Super Mario 64. You're going to grab its tail and spin it. We have to do this 3 times. I always like this because the Nintendo 64 library sort of opens up with the Bowser fight and almost closes with the Bowser fight. Anyway, spin it out the door there. You can hit the B button a few times to hit it and get it unconscious, and then you spin it. This last hit is a lot trickier. You basically got to dodge it, and then when it goes back to do an attack, you want to hit the B button again and spin it out the door. That last one will actually sort of work. Eventually there'll be many cutscenes and the game will end. Alright, now I won't spoil any of the ending cutscenes. You'll get to watch that for yourselves. But hopefully you found this video very useful, and thanks so much for watching.